Ladies, tonight we are here on the show and we are going to talk about. Hold on, we continue to have problems already. We are going to talk about. We are going to talk about the game tonight between Houston and the Thunder. All right, so man, Houston's been doing amazing lately. They won like 17 games straight. They're doing amazing. You know, you got Chris Paul. Like all of a sudden, he seems to be like a three-point shooter. Not that he can never shoot the three ball, but you can really tell that. It seems like anybody that goes to Houston, other than maybe Kim Capella and Nene, can really shoot. I heard they pick like literally like 100 three-pointers after practice every day, and you can see Chris Paul. You know, when he wasn't with the Hornets, when he was with the Clippers, you know, he was a good shooter, but not nowhere as good as this, and he didn't look to shoot as much. That was the problem they had in Los Angeles and the Clippers. That a lot of times he was looking more to pass than to shoot, and that was the frustration they had with him when he was in LA. That a lot of times he would be looking more to pass than to shoot, and here, you know, all of a sudden he's looking, not all the time. I mean, he's obviously they have shooters all around. You know, James Harden. You know. But he shoots a lot more here, and it seems like this is the best I've seen him in his life shooting that three ball. He is shooting. He had like 25 points tonight. He's really killing it. You can tell that's what tells you when you go to Houston that they really make their players work on shooting the three shots. And yeah, I think this is the best I've seen Chris Paul throughout his career shoot that three ball. You know, they're killing it. They 17 straight games. You know, you watch this game, and if you really follow, you know that Houston's doing amazing. Thunder are not doing that amazing. So, you know, if you haven't been watching the NBA that much, you probably were a little bit more excited for this game. But if you've been following the NBA like I have all season, you probably weren't too excited about this game because you know the teams are in different directions. One's dominating, killing it in Houston, and the other one's falling apart in Thunder. So that's what I went in. You know, my father was a little bit more excited, and then he didn't know where to win his watch when he realized that, you know, Houston's so much better, and Thunder, they're not that good. So he was a little bit sad. I kind of expected it, you know, because Thunder are really bad this year. They're not really bad, but for what they have, you know, for what they have, they are not that good. They're right in the 7th seed. They're more closer to looking out than to looking in. They got teams like the Clippers, Utah Jazz, and the Nuggets right behind them for that, fighting for those last playoff seeds. This team. I don't know. This might be the first and last time we've seen this team play together. And Coach Billy Donovan might have to consider getting a new job at Walmart or something, because if this team does not at least make it to the playoffs, they are in the 7th seed right now, and they got teams like I said, the Clippers, Jazz, Nuggets looking right over them. If this team does not even make it to the play, forget about a first round exit. If this team for some reason, say a young team like Utah Jazz, finds a way to get in along with the Denver Nuggets, and they leave out the Thunder, Billy Donovan is getting fired. I'm sorry. I don't care how tough the West is. I don't care. If you have Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony, and you can't even get to the playoffs, you do not belong in this league. I am sorry. But Billy Donovan, if he does not at least get them to the playoffs, Billy Donovan just should be fired and should be working in McDonald's. This is terrible. He had to be ashamed of himself. You have these players, you know, and you're only 7th, and you know, with the way things are, you know, there's like only like a 5-game separation between the 3 seed and the 10th seed, and any time now, you can drop and be in from like 7th to 9th, 7th to 10th. Billy, you need to get your head out of your ass and at least find a way to coach this team into the playoffs. And then even if you coach them to the playoffs, I don't even know if it's good enough because if you still coach them to the playoffs, but you're eliminating that first round, is it good enough? I don't think so. This team is too good on paper for what they're actually doing. I'm sorry, but I could probably do a better coaching job. I don't know what the hell's going on with this team. Oh, see, I have never... Look, the only time I saw three superstars get together and completely fall flat on their face, and they actually made the playoffs, but it was terrible, was an aging Kobe Bryant, an aging Steve Nash, and a Dwight Howard coming off of back surgery. Okay? That was the last time I seen three superstars get together and fail. An aging Kobe Bryant, who actually teared his Achilles at the end of that season and was out for the season, an aging Steve Nash, and a Dwight Howard coming off a back surgery. This team does not have that excuse. Russell Westbrook was just an MVP last year. Paul George is a top 10, top 15 player in this league. Melo may be the guy who's falling apart, but it's not like he's not like he's super old or coming off an injury. There is no excuse why this team is 7th in the West. I don't care how tough this West is. This team should at least... A lot of people had them being a top 3 team in the league. And they're not even a top 5 team in the West. A lot of people went into the season saying it is just going to be Cleveland, the Warriors, and the Thunder. One of those 3 is winning the championship. And the Warriors are fighting for a freaking playoff spot in March. In March. They are fighting for a playoff spot. This team has got to be... Cannot believe this team. I understood this in November. I understood this, but in March, and you're only in the 7th seed... You have got to be kidding me. You really should. You need to be... If this team does not make the playoffs, I am telling you right now, Paul George is leaving. Melo, I think he can actually get out of there. I think he has like an option for the next year. Or they'll probably release him. Melo, you suck. Maybe trade him. I don't know. Right now, if this team does not make the playoffs, or if they make the playoffs, and they make it as the 8th or 7th seed and get swept, I do not see neither Paul George, Carmelo Anthony. I don't see none of them coming back at all. I see them completely getting rid of everybody. The only person that would be safe if those 2 things would happen, if they miss the playoffs or they get swept in the first round, the only person that would be safe in that whole franchise would be Westbrook. Everybody else is most likely leaving. Billy Donovan is probably going to McDonald's or Walmart. And Paul George is probably leaving as a free agent. And Melo, he'll probably figure out a way to leave too, or they'll trade him or something. But I am telling you right now, with this team, if they make the playoffs, they get swept in the first round, I don't see anybody coming back except Westbrook. And same thing, if they don't even make it to the playoffs, for sure, I do not see anybody coming back except Westbrook. I do not care if it's the first year. You saw Miami their first year with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. They struggled in like December and in November and December. But once January came, they started winning. And they made it all the way to the NBA Finals, which they lost. But come on, this team, it's March, and they still have not figured it out. You have got to be kidding me. # you guys suck ass. I am the man that runs the place, and until next time, I will see you later. And fuck the whole later. I'm pissed off right now. I am pissed off at Billy right now. Anyway, until next time, I will see you later. Do not feel like singing at the end. I am sorry if you like my singing. I apologize, but I am not in the mood to sing for you guys right now. I am so disgusted in what I'm seeing from the Thunder this year. In the 7th seed in March, you have got to be kidding me right now. I do not feel like singing. I am not happy right now. I actually have some beans. I might have some diarrhea soon, Mexican style. 1, because of my beans, and 2, because of the Thunder. I cannot believe how terrible they are. You have guys like Paul George, Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony, and it's March, and you're sitting in that 7th seed? You've got to be kidding me right now. You have got to be kidding me right now. I don't know whether to shit. Later.